Liverpool takes care of him. Fabrizio Romano confirms Liverpool transfer target. Fabrizio Romano confirms Liverpool are chasing Leipzig midfielder Konrad Laimer. We already gave this news in our video in the morning, but it is useful to listen to the trusted famous journalist Romano. Romano added that this transfer will not be easy. Liverpool are looking for new midfielders ahead of their transfer deadline after Jürgen Klopp admitted they would try to sign the right player. Having a bad start to the season with injury problems, the Reds had to return to the transfer market. Even Klopp admitted that he was wrong. We're constantly working on these things. Sometimes it's expensive, sometimes not the right player, but we're working. I don't know if something will happen or not, Klopp said on Friday. He explained that they are working on the option. However, he added that it will not be easy. Fabrizio Romano confirmed that one of these targets is Laimer from Leipzig, claiming it would be perfect for Liverpool. Romano said, Konrad Laimer is one of the players Liverpool are looking into, but there are many options, not just one. My personal view is that Konrad Laimer will be perfect for Liverpool. He's really a player with a lot of energy and Liverpool needs a player like him. After these words, Romano added that this transfer will not be easy. It is possible for Konrad Laimer to go to Liverpool, but it is always difficult to negotiate with German clubs at the end of the transfer window. Leipzig has said many times that they want to keep Konrad Laimer. Sadio Mane's manager is the same as Konrad Laimer's manager, and this manager has good relations with Bayern Munich. He wanted to buy Laimer at Bayern Munich, but the club acted like a full seller. The problem is that Leipzig doesn't want to sell an important player for the team at the end of the transfer window. So Liverpool may face the same problem as Bayern. However, Liverpool's relations with Leipzig have been better lately. We'll see what happens, he said. As we conveyed to you in our video in the morning, Laimer is one of the targets of Liverpool. Klopp loves and trusts players from Leipzig. However, as Romano mentioned, the attitude of the club is not to lose Laimer. According to the latest information we have received, Liverpool want to resolve this issue with a trade deal. So instead of looking for a new player while Leipzig loses a key player, Keita can accept his offer. Keita knows the mission of the Leipzig team and it won't take long to get used to his old team. Therefore, it may be a more attractive deal for Leipzig. So it looks like a win-win deal. Liverpool will have made up for what he lacked, and Leipzig won't have to work hard to fill Laimer's vacancy. Such sensible offers from Julian Ward make Liverpool the smarter option on the market. Talks are ongoing, but as Romano said, Liverpool does not have a single goal. We will share other options with you in the rest of our video. Liverpool is chasing Fabinho's halo. Liverpool are considering a move for Borussia Mönchengladbach midfielder Sadio Kone, another option on their midfield roster. Sky Sports journalist Melissa Reddy has revealed that she expects Liverpool to make a move on the French player as the transfer window approaches the end. Mönchengladbach signed the 21-year-old from French club Toulouse in January 2021 and spent the remainder of that season on loan before moving to Germany the following summer. The French player, who played 33 games for the Bundesliga club, played with 3 goals and 1 assist. Kone's first season performance in the Bundesliga offers clear answers that he's the kind of player he is, and sheds light on why he might be the next version of Fabinho. If we compare the two players in the statistical data, the pass hit rates are almost the same in the home matches of the previous seasons. Fabinho had an accuracy of 88.1%, while Kone had an accuracy of 88%. If we look at the progressive passes of the two players, Fabinho passed 107 while Kone made 110, showing how similar they are in this data. If we compare the offensive data, both players achieved the same number of 38 shots. If we look at the defensive contributions of the duo, the 21-year-old player has surpassed Fabinho. While Fabinho made 113 interventions, the French youth made 135 interventions. This shows how tough the French player can be without the ball and how productive he can be at the same time. Hailed as a monstrous box-to-box midfielder by football talent scout Jacek Kulik, Kone certainly looks like he has what it takes to be a strong potential addition to Jürgen Klopp's roster and ideal heirs to Fabinho. Considering that the Reds are currently injured by the likes of Thiago Alcantara, Naby Keita, Curtis Jones and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, making a deal for Mönchengladbach's young talent would not only be a long-term investment for the club, it would certainly be a short-term solution. In my personal opinion, as the transfer deadline approaches, Merseyside club should do their best to bring the midfield genius to England. Liverpool can turn their transfer focus to offence. Liverpool's transfer rumours will not end before the end of the transfer window, and we take care to share the names on the agenda with you. However, the situation of the name we are talking about now is a little different. Because Liverpool is currently working on this name at the observation level. While Liverpool focuses on the midfield transfer, they are discussing his proficiency on the offensive line. The departure of Mane, Origi, and Minamino greatly affected the depth of attack. Liverpool did not prefer to make direct reinforcements to this region, but there is a name that has been on the agenda recently. That name is Crystal Palace attacker Wilfried Zaha. Zaha is in her final year at Crystal Palace and it seems unlikely that she will extend her current contract. Chelsea are reportedly preparing a bid for the Ivory Coast star these days. However, although it is clearly stated that Liverpool did not make an offer, it is known that it is on the agenda. The next step of Zaha, who is approaching 30 years old, is expected to be a higher level. So should Liverpool make an offer for Zaha and bring her to Anfield before the window closes? Zaha scored 14 league goals in 33 games last season. However, it would be more supportive if we add that the Crystal Palace team does not play offensive football. Patrick Vieira turned them into a well-disciplined unit and created a creative impetus, but the Eagles still scored 44 goals less than Liverpool. Yet Zaha's 14 goals played a vital role in keeping Crystal Palace out of the relegation controversy. What makes Zaha a potential signing for Liverpool is that she plays both left and right and Jürgen Klopp is happy to have versatile players on his team. He is not currently in the starting lineup as he is with his own team, but he could be a very good substitute for Mohamed Salah and Luis Diaz. These two players do not have a complete alternative in the squad. It will be quite challenging to fight in all lanes. Zaha is a quality player who can add the expected depth to the offensive line. In the midst of a transfer fuss for a midfielder, this is a somewhat overlooked area. Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino and Darwin Nunez can all play in the middle and Harvey Elliott can relatively back up Salah's zone should he suffer an injury, but Zaha would be a top substitute who can work on either side. This made him an attractive option for Klopp. Moreover, it can be purchased at a cheap price considering that it has entered the last 12 months. It's worth just over £34 million, according to Transfermarkt data. Given Zaha's time constraints will not be a problem and she can take the challenge once again, Liverpool could be the perfect place for her.